These have been around forever. When I was a kid, you could buy these. 2 for a penny. Always a bit tricky to open sometimes. Wow, that's delicious. I haven't seen them in a long time. But they used to have these caramels with coconut. Almost like a macaroon. Really good. Got my water bottle. Gonna have another one. That's so good. Absolutely delicious. We had a neighbor when I was a kid in Saskatoon. She used to melt these down, make caramel apples out of them. I always thought I'd like to try making an apple crisp. I'm putting these caramels in it, along with the brown sugar and everything else. Why not, right? Tootsie Rolls. When I was a kid, these are 2 for a penny as well. But a lot of times they sold them in a roll. Like an actual roll that you bought, I think, for may have been 10 cents, which was the price of a candy bar back then. That brings back memories. Wow. I should try 2 of these together. A Tootsie Roll and a caramel. Now, the other day, Linda and I went to a town a little bit more than an hour away called Lake Cowichan. The name of the town's Lake Cowichan. There's also a lake called Lake Cowichan, which is one of the biggest lakes on Vancouver Island. It's huge. And there's the Cowichan River. And they have these tube rentals where you can rent a tube and float down the river. Now last year my son and I floated down the Nanaimo River, and that was a lot of fun. But this one is quite popular because it's regulated and quite safe. And not everybody has access to a river or the inner tube that's durable enough to float in. They have a couple of different types of tubes. They have like the regular tube, like a donut type thing. Then they have these little boats. So I think it was about $30 each. Or these little boats that give you a nice paddle, like a kayak paddle, you know. The place is called the Tube Shack. reservation was for 10:30. And we didn't know where the place was. I mean, I looked at Google Maps and all that, but we thought it'd be pretty easy, so we left a bit early. We were driving through town looking for this place. Couldn't see the tube shack anywhere. We had the address 109 South Road, but drove up and down, and we thought, well, it's got to be here somewhere. Finally, we see a little sign on the road, on the side of the road, you know, like when you're in the grocery store and they have like a wet floor type thing. It's like a little tripod type plastic thing. Well, it was a sign like that. And it's a tube shack. It's pointing this way, so we pull our right and just go into this parking lot, and it was in behind this little restaurant. So you couldn't see it from the street. I could try a caramel and one of these together. So we went there, and we got there at 9:30. So we're an hour early, and the young lady said, "Yeah, you can go anytime you want." And it wasn't busy. This was on a Monday at 9:30 in the morning. Beautiful, gorgeous day. So we get our tubes in the water, start floating. Caramel and Tootsie Roll together. Oh, that's good. That's a marriage made in heaven. So, they said it takes about 2.5 to 3 hours. Now, in the springtime, a lot of times they won't allow you to go down because the water's too deep and too fast from all the melt. But at this point, the river had slowed a lot. Very warm, beautiful. We had some gentle little rapids, quite a few of those, very gentle, fun. But you start and you go through town, and you wind your way through town, and then you get out into the, you out of town, out to the sticks. But it was really cool because time went very fast. It said 2.5, 3 hours. It only took us 2 hours. It felt like an hour. I couldn't believe how fast it went. Got some mini eggs. I love these mini eggs. These are so good. Oh man, they're melting. It's really hot out right now. I should have had this in the fridge. We're having some really hot weather lately. So getting back to my river float. We greased ourselves up with sunscreen. Very good. I wore a bandana type thing because I thought, well, if I get too hot, I could just dip it in the water, put it back on, and that'd cool off my head. But I didn't have to do that. friends' houses, whatever. Beautiful properties. This river's clean, you could drink it, it's just beautiful water. And so I'll try all three of these together. And so we're floating along, and about 20 minutes into our trip, we go by this one guy's place. I'll take two of these, and two of these two here. Wow, that's good. There's a guy sitting on the dock. Well, it's his own private dock. Quite a big one. And he's selling ice cream and cold drinks. This is good. So we stopped, bought an ice cream. He was selling those, fudgicles, creamsicles, and pop. We bought a drumstick, those ice cream drumsticks, $4 each. But of course, he's making money, right? He has to. He makes enough money doing that in the summer that him and his wife go to someplace warm in the winter, like Puerto Rico or Costa Rica or Mexico, Hawaii. We thought that was pretty cool. Of course, that's a lot of money for an ice cream, but you're out there in the water, right? And he was kind enough to take our picture for us. Gummy bears. So I'm going to try a couple of gummies and an Easter egg at the same time. Oh yeah, that works. That's delicious. Reminds me of that candy bar called Big Turk, with the Turkish Delight and chocolate. That's surprising. It's a good combination. But anyways, the ice cream guy was doing pretty good making money. Being able to afford to go away in the winter to a warm place, that's nice. You can tell he enjoyed meeting people. miles we went. There was quite a few. At one point, we found a little beach and got out, stretch our legs, had a little swim. Wow, this is good. So we had a little swim, got back to our boats, kept on going. We had a bottle of water with us. So like I said, no time at all. It was over. Flying through town was cool because you got to see all these beautiful properties and, bridges. You kind of meander on through. Once you got onto the boonies, it was just trees, everything, but it was still nice. So there's a place called Little Beach where you pull out. It's a pretty little beach, all right. So you just float over there and get out and carry your boat up to the road, which is maybe 25 feet up this little embankment. There's stairs there, and there's a shuttle that takes you back to the tube shack. Probably less than a 10-minute ride. Nice way to spend our morning. So then we drove to a town called Duncan. Went to the hardware store, bought a coffee pot. Coffee pot we had. There's a big chip came out of the pot. I don't know how that happened. Obviously kind of dangerous. It was also white. Don't ever buy a white coffee maker. Shows up everything. First time I ever owned a white one. I can try all four at the same time here. Get a Tootsie Roll. So after our river excursion, we went and bought the coffee pot. Then after that, we drove to a town called Ladysmith, which is on the way back home. And got to figure out how to open this thing. And very challenging. Stopped at a restaurant called the Bayview. We've been there a couple times before. They make the most amazing bowls, like Buddha bowls, tuna poke bowls, and crunchy taco bowls, and we had the chicken shawarma bowl. So good. Oh man. Unbelievable. here. Whoa. I have to close all the windows. Can't have a fan on, or can't even. I have to turn the fridge off because you don't mind background noise, right? Try to reduce as much background noise as possible. Easier said than done. Oh, I'm eating a lot of candy and junk today. My dentist saw me now. Should kill me. Now the tubes they give you, they're a little bit better quality than what you buy at at the store for your kid. You can tell the rub is quite thick. Really nice actually. It was a fun day. Really fun day. Now, last year when my son and I floated down the other river, that's a lot more, the rapids aren't quite as gentle. It's actually like, oh boy, But we had better boats too. They were bigger and better. Last year, Linda and I bought ourselves a nice rubber dinghy. I haven't used it all this year, but next week we're going to go out on the lake. Lake Cowichan, actually. I'm going to have to brush my teeth. Wow. Wow, that's really delicious. Maybe I'll try another Tootsie Roll. These Tootsie Rolls are very chocolatey. Wow. I'm feeling very clammy and sweaty. It's really warm in here. I know I just said that, but that water will cool me down. We've been hosing down Marcy, our dog, at least once a day, sometimes twice a day. Because she gets so hot. And we stopped taking her for her evening walks. Because I think she was overeating on her evening walks. And coming back and she threw up during the night. And since we stopped doing that, she hasn't been throwing up. Because she'd just be panting and dragging her butt. But she's like any other dog, she loves her walks and looks forward to them. So we had to deprive her of her evening walk, but it's for her own good. Even when the sun would go down, I'd take her out. It was a lot cooler, but even then she would still get really hot because she likes to run and all that, right? And she gets hot real quick. Wow. I got this stuff really stuck in my teeth here. Holy cow. myself sick. Well, that was a lot of junk. Well, I had to quit while I'm still ahead. I never intended to eat her all. But I want to thank you for tuning in. Look after yourselves, look after each other. You want to shout out or a birthday wish, hit me up. Just remember, I record all my videos at a time. So I may not get to you for a week or two. Now, August the 30th, I'll be away for about 18 days. Linda and I'll be away for about 18 days. So we're going to Greece. But I'll have videos recorded ahead of time, like I always do. And I'll be missing all you guys. But anyways, that's still about a month away. A little bit more than that. So you take care of yourselves. Look after yourselves. Stay amazing out there in the land of awesome. Look after yourselves. Look after each other. And we'll see you next time, okay?